Okay, you know the scenario, right? You walk into a new place, maybe it's work, maybe a class, whatever, and someone says, let's go around, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, and your mind just goes blank. Or, worse, you start reciting your entire life story, and you can see their eyes glazing over.
Total information overload. It's your, one shot to make a good first impression.
Exactly. So today, we're going to cut through that. We're diving into some source material you found, looking at how to build an introduction that's, friendly, clear, and actually sticks with people.
Finding those little structural tricks that make it work.
Right. We want hooks, not just facts.
I think that's a great goal. Because it's not really what you say, it's how you pick and frame it, isn't it?
Yeah, you're basically doing a little marketing pitch for yourself.
Okay, let's unpack this. So the first big thing the sources stress is, like the golden rule. Yeah. You don't have to tell everything. It's impossible anyway.
Right.
The real point is connection. So the rule is keep it simple, keep it friendly, pick just a few things that people can easily relate to. Okay, so the sources suggest these basic categories: name, where you're from, job, hobbies, maybe favorite food, and even dislikes. Seems almost too simple. Why start there?
Well, think about it. If you launch into your career highlights, people need context. But if you say you love pizza, zero context needed.
Okay. Instant connection point. Or disagreement point, maybe.
Yeah. Either way, they're engaged. It's low stakes. So to see how this works, the material gives us two examples. John and Emma, we're going to dissect their introductions.
Got it. Let's start with the basics then. Their sort of core identity. Who are they? What do they do?
Okay, John. He's 28, from the U.S., lives in a small town. He's an English teacher. And crucially, the source notes, he says he loves his job.
Okay, passion right there. And Emma?
Emma's 25, from Canada, living in a big city. She's a student studying art. And again, that passion point, she studies art because she loves painting and drawing. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, see what they did. It's not just the job title. They immediately layered in the why.
The motivation.
Exactly. John doesn't just teach, he loves it. Emma isn't just taking classes, she loves painting. That one little word, love, it changes the whole feel, doesn't it? It makes them more dynamic.
It really does. But what about the location stuff? Small town versus big city. Is that necessary? Like if I'm introducing myself at work, do people really care? Seems like filler.
I thought that too at first, but the sources make a good case. It's not filler. It's like a shorthand. Small town instantly brings certain ideas to mind, right? Community, maybe quiet.
Yeah, okay.
And big cities suggests energy, maybe more diversity, artistic vibes for Emma. It paints a little backdrop very efficiently without needing a long description. It's context.
A narrative setting. Okay, I buy that. So moving on from job and place, the sources talk about family and pets. This feels like where you could easily overshare.
Definitely risky. And that's why selectivity is key, again. It's not about listing your whole family tree. It's about adding a touch of warmth or color.
So John mentions his sister studies music, his mom's a writer, dad's a doctor. Kind of paints a picture of a professional, maybe creative family.
Yeah, it gives a little texture. But Emma's example is, I think, structurally more interesting. She says her mom's a teacher, her dad's a chef.
Yeah.
But she adds that the food at home is always delicious.
Okay, yeah, that's different.
Right. Why is that detail always delicious? So much better than just listing chef. Because it hits you on a sensory level. You stop thinking job title and start imagining yummy food.
I can almost smell it. Instant relatability.
Yeah, the source is showing us that sometimes a sensory detail beats a plain fact for making that connection. Choose description over data.
I'm literally picturing her kitchen and I don't even know her. That's powerful.
And the pets do something similar, defining character through contrast. John's got Max, the dog, small, brown, friendly, and this is key, funny.
Right. Not just friendly, but funny. Personality.
And Emma has Luna the cat, black and white, very sleepy but cute. Again, personality trait, not just description.
So Max is the energetic, funny one. Lena is the chill, sleepy one.
Exactly. And the source points out this whole dog person versus cat person thing is like an instant identifier.
A shortcut, yeah. People immediately slot you into a category, maybe find common ground or have a playful debate. It reinforces that main strategy.
Yeah.
Quick, easy connections. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about the memory anchors, the specific likes and dislikes. The sources say these simple things are often what people remember most.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Specific details stick way better than generic stuff. And our preferences kind of define our daily experience, right?
Sure.
So look at their favorites. John likes pizza. Emma likes pasta. Okay, simple. John likes blue, like the sky. Emma likes green, like trees and grass.
Hold on. Why add the like the sky part? We all know what blue is. Is that extra bit really doing anything structurally?
I think it is. It shows an emotional link, you know. Just saying I like blue is kind of flat.
Yeah, a bit robotic.
But saying I like blue like the sky adds a tiny hint of personality. Maybe he's outdoorsy, maybe reflective. It connects the fact back to the person. The sources are saying even with small details, attach a feeling or context. Okay, that makes sense. Avoid the data dump. And their hobbies paint different pictures too. John's is active, sound-based, music, soccer, comedy, movies.
Right.
While Emma's is more contemplative, visual, painting, reading adventure stories, watching animated movies. You instantly know who'd rather go to a game versus a gallery. Definitely different vibes. But the sources argue the most powerful hook is the dislike. John's is very specific. He doesn't like olives. Divisive. And Emma's is super relatable. She doesn't like waking up very early.
Which is pretty much universal.
This, according to the analysis, is a brilliant structural move.
Why is the dislike stronger than the like for memory? Wouldn't you want people to remember the positive stuff?
Well, we tend to remember things that are a bit unusual or things we share strong feelings about, even negative ones. Hating olives is specific, right? It often gets a reaction like, what? How can you hate olives?
Yeah, people have strong opinions on olives.
And hating early mornings, instant bonding over shared misery. So the sources suggest including one specific, maybe slightly quirky negative is super effective. It's an easy hook.
It makes them more of a real person, maybe, not just agreeable.
Exactly. If John just says, I like dogs and pizza, fine. But adding, but I hate olives, suddenly he's got a distinct edge, a boundary. He's a character.
So the dislike is that little bit of grit that makes the whole introduction stick.
Yes, it makes it a conversation starter, not just an info drop.
So what does this all mean? We've pulled apart these detailed examples, but nobody gives a 5-minute intro. How did the sources boil this down into something you can actually use?
Right, and what's fascinating here is how the source material wraps up with these super short versions. It confirms the whole point is ruthless editing. You pick the absolute best bits.
The greatest hits.
Yeah, take the highest impact details, ditch the rest, all that background stuff we analyzed. Useful for understanding, but not always needed for the pitch. So for John, the final version is, hi, my name is John. I'm a teacher. I love pizza and dogs, but I don't like olives. Boom. Name, job, 2 loves, 1 memorable hate. Done. And Emma. Hi, my name is Emma. I'm a student. I love cats and pasta, but I don't like to wake up early. Same structure.
Notice what they cut. Age, exact city, family details. All gone in the final version.
Because those details served their purpose in building the understanding of the person. But for the quick intro, they kept only the things most likely to spark a reaction or connection. Oh, I hate mornings too, or pizza's my favorite. It totally confirms that starting point. Keep it limited. Focus on things that invite conversation. Pets, specific foods, relatable dislikes. It's about crafting a tiny, effective profile for social connection. It's delivering personality, not just data points.
Well, this has been quite the deep dive into something that seems simple, but is actually pretty strategic, introducing yourself. We've looked at balancing core facts with those specific sticky details like yummy food, sleepy cats, and yes, the much-hated olives. It's like engineering your own little character intro.
Yeah, it really is. And that kind of leads to a final thought for you listening. Thinking about this strategy, selective, sensory, high-impact details. What's the one specific thing about you, beyond your name and job, that would make you memorable? Is it a weird hobby, a favorite childhood food, or maybe something you really, really dislike? Try to find that one detail, that memory anchor that just perfectly sums up a slice of your personality. That's the thing you want to lead with.